Okay, I was wondering if I was even going the right way. I'm surprised that worked. Okay, phase 1 done. On to the next phase, and hopefully not screw up. Oh, and by the way, I believe for this particular challenge, I do believe that the time limit does not reset upon each checkpoint, so keep that in mind.
This place is packed with wall hooks. The miners must use them to haul up their drills. Looks like you're going to get
Let's
some
keep
rock
moving
climbing
along.
practice.
Alright, almost there. Next.
These miners have no respect for the Aboriginal sacred sites. They're drilling into everything.
I also just noticed now that the green bar that is indicating your time limit, how much time you have left, it's slightly protruding towards the bottom part, or just slightly out of the frame. It's like very slight. It's one of those rogue pixels that irritate artists such as myself so much. It's just one of those things where once you see it, you can never unsee it again. Now then, on to cave sprint. Make it to the safe without being damaged and before time runs out. So remember that one job where we had to crack the safe and well, get the guru stuff? Well, for this one, we need to complete the job under a time limit, as well as not taking any damage. And when I say complete the job, I mean half of the job. The second half of the job you don't need to worry about whatsoever. That is a separate challenge all on its own. Bye. Also, I really should utilize Shadow Power, so let's throw this on. Shadow Power level 2 will allow me to just run by every enemy I see.
I'm not into tearing up the environment or anything, but these caves are rich with opals. I can see why these miners are so driven.
Okay, take it easy. Just made it. Whew, that was close. I think you have about a minute to complete that particular challenge. On to the next one now. Defeat 12 guards and make it out of the cave in time. Now this one's a lot easier said than done. Especially how overwhelming the guard's presence can be. So far that's 2. Oh, and by the way, once you reach a certain point within the cave, you definitely want to hang around for a little while. That way you can finish off more of the guards. Let's see. Might want to put on Knockout Dive. Yeah, let's do that. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about not taking damage for this challenge. Yeah, this is the point in the cave where you want to stick around and wait for more enemies to spawn. There we go. That's the last enemy we needed to kill. And we can boogie. We can boogie on out of here. Okay, I was wrong. There's more. There was more than I thought. Oh boy. I love that camera. Phew, just made it. Excellent. Alright, next we have scaling the drill. Make it to the top of the drill before time expires. Let's do it. Now, this challenge really shouldn't be that hard. Especially if you know what you're doing. Oop. I skip. Excellent. Just made it. By the way, I think you have 30 seconds to complete that one. Next, we have guard swapping. Possess 5 different guards without touching the ground. This one is a little bit funky. And the challenge begins upon possessing your first guard. I believe that you can just jump down and begin the challenge. You can just jump down and move around like normal for a little bit. Also, you don't have to worry about any sort of time limit whatsoever. You just have to jump from guard to guard. And you can do this by pushing the triangle button and jumping to a different guard. What's kind of funny is that it is possible to chain guards together. So if you have 2 different guards right next to each other, you slam them against a wall, then you could potentially chain from one guard to another over and over again. Just be careful when it comes to guard possession, though. The mechanic of actually doing so is rather funky. Okay, seriously, where the hell is the next guard? Just need one more. And done. I'm done. Just need to do the bare minimum. We're all set. And also, that is another high score challenge, so once you meet the minimum requirements, then you can keep going if you want. But really, there's no need to do that. Not unless you're going for brownie points. Now for Quick Claw. The Quick Claw of the Law. Keep Murray safe from the guards and score high on this challenge. That's rather vague. But I think for this challenge, you just have to make it so the guards don't attack. I don't know. I think what I'm trying to say here is you're going to be dealing with more guards than you did during the regular mission. And it seems like this thing has the same sort of problems as Penelope's RC Chopper. Great. Thankfully, you don't have to do this damageless. Thank God. You just have to worry about dealing with enough enemies and eventually win.
He's so zapped.
Also, there are some explosive barrels that can help you with this challenge and make things a little bit less hectic. You just have to use them properly. And not be like me, who can't grip these things worth a damn!
Yeah, give him the bit.
Oh my god. Bro, please.
That guy's toast. He's so
Again, hit detection is kind of wonky when it comes to this thing. I don't know why. It's so stupid.
awful. Nice work. Nice throw. That's
Although
it.
when it comes to this particular challenge, this really isn't much different from the regular mission. You just have to deal with more
We
enemies.
can move on to phase 2, where we light the crude oil on fire.
And there we go. Mission complete. Is it really that much different? No, you just have to deal with more enemies, that's all. Now for the next one. Pressure Brawl. Murray, Sly, and Bentley team up to win a giant brawl under time pressure. Let's do it! Also, I don't think you can cheese this with the grapple cam during Bentley's part of the fight. As crazy as it sounds, you have to get the kills with Bentley as well as the environment.
You're the man, Bentley.
This is tense. Sly, you okay?
Right as rain, pal. Right as rain.
Right as rain, pal.
Also, having the jump attacks at level 1, 2, and 3, it is super handy. Just saying, You can create electrical bombs that are freaking death traps. Hell, even level 1 is super handy too. Just be careful and try not to let yourself get caught under the blast radius of the electrical bomb when it goes off. Otherwise, you're going to be in a load of trouble. Just saying. So if you want to be safe, you could just stick to level 1 for the jump attack. Or you can go as high as level 2. Level 3 just has more range. There we go. Kind of surprised that this is taking so long. That's not good. And I'm pretty sure the time limit does not reset in between phases. Also, don't be afraid to utilize many abilities of which Murray has up his arsenal. Even if it's ones of which aren't exactly, you know, efficient in terms of energy consumption. There we go, nice multi-kill.
Nice work, big guy.
Wow, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I think I took way too long during the slide phase, unfortunately, so yeah, that is a fail. Let's try again. Yeah, I don't think this is counting towards it, unfortunately. And here I thought this would actually be helpful. No, really? I know that I'm not supposed to die here, okay? Okay, thanks. Let's see, can I do something? No, unfortunately, that doesn't appear to be the case. Also, don't be afraid to utilize every gadget that you have up your arsenal, just saying.
This is tense. Sly, you okay?
Here we go.
Right as rain, pal.
Ouch. That hurt. There is one other thing I haven't really mentioned yet, and that is, believe it or not, the kangaroos do have a small amount of resistance to the electric attack. So any attacks that utilize electricity, they'll take 2 hits to kill as opposed to 1. Why that is, I'm not 100% certain. I suppose that's what makes them so unique. So if you really want to finish them off quickly, it's best to utilize fire as opposed to using electricity.
Behold my powers of destruction!
Nice miss.
Give it to him, pal.
Hey, that didn't quite work out as well as I had hoped.
Looking good, Murray.
Well struck, Murray!
Hey, I think we're almost done now. I say as I get crushed again.
Excellent hit, Murray!
Sorry, Sly, didn't mean to burn you.
Nice work, big guy.
Oh yeah. I would really like it if more health packs spawned. That way I can do another flop. Oh, and one more thing worth mentioning here when it comes to the Master Thief Challenge. You don't have to worry so much about dealing enough damage to defeat the boss that would normally appear in this mission. Your main task is not to blow up, but rather to clear out all enemies in the bar. Just made it! Whew, that was close. That was a pretty tense one, not gonna lie. Now for the next one, cracking coins. Collect 100 coins while fending off attacking guards. And also, don't forget to work on this challenge too while you're at it. Done and done! Mission complete! Are you serious? A freaking crash? Alright, accept and send the report. Okay, well hopefully, we don't have to redo much. Thankfully, the game autosaves rather frequently, so the worst thing that could happen is, you know, we just have to do that particular challenge again. Still at 100% for that, and now for Rumble Down under 84%. Okay, looks like we just have to do this mission again. Okay. Unfortunate, but no big deal. It's not a very difficult mission, it's just a little time-consuming, which is really, really dumb. But you know, I don't mind. This is one of those missions where I'm perfectly okay with redoing the mission again. If it was a different mission where it's like you have to defend Murray using the Panda King's fireworks and stuff like that from an almighty god, then we'd have problems. I'm just saying.
Hungry little fella?
Oh, this is annoying. Burn, baby! Wow, I'm surprised that guy drowned. Maybe the problem was I ran too far? Oh, come on! Why'd you throw him in the water? What the hell, game?
Oh yeah, that's tasty. Eat up, pal.
Okay, almost done when it comes to the dingoes. In fact, they're done.
You like eating?
Now we just got kangaroos. Just need to feed them kangas, and we good. And of course, we need to get our coins back. Get our coin count back up, which thankfully that's pretty easy to do, so long as you keep moving and burning the enemies alive and roasting them on an open fire. Utilizing chaos control can be pretty good too, but I wouldn't 100% recommend it. Nice triple kill. Okay, you know what? We'll just throw you in now. No biggie. And we just got one more to go. Once we get 19 more coins, then we'll be set. Again. Alright, 3 more, and then we done. And finished. Alright, let's go again. Come here! Done. Excellent. Yay, the game didn't crash this time. You gotta love it, alright? Well, that was definitely something. Now then, on to the next job. Carmelita Climb. Get the mask off Carmelita before time runs out. Again, I never expected the game to crash. In fact, I don't remember a crash even occurring even on the PS3 version of the game. So, that was definitely a first. Okay, that's the first task done.
Great work, Sly. One hook to go and the mask is off.
Come on, climb, please. Climb, please. There we go. We done. One other thing I haven't really mentioned yet when it comes to the timer. Cutscenes that occur while the timer is going, it doesn't deplete from the actual timer. So if a cutscene starts, then don't worry about it. The timer will resume whenever you regain control of Sly or whoever you're playing as. Now then, on to the next treasure hunt. Use your treasure map, follow the clues, and find a hidden loot in Outback Treasure Hunt. Let's go! Let the treasure hunt begin. Alright, let's see. Start upon the steps from the Guru's prison shack from the miner's camp to the treasure pack. Okay. You know, it's kind of funny how we don't start at the starting location for our first clue. We actually have to go to the clue's location before we can even start the hunt. But again, we don't need to worry about a time limit or anything like that, so thank God. Bye. Thankfully, as far as I know, this is not a very big map. So finding the treasure here really shouldn't be that hard. Escape towards freedom for 9 paces. Make your way to the towering machine for 9 paces. I think it's this way. Yep. The smell of lemonade and the sounds of fighting draw you closer by 10 paces. Okay. I figure I tried to get the next clue going before... Oh my god, I cannot believe that missed. Are you serious? That went straight through him. Okay. This was a bad idea. Let's get out of here. And here I thought I would be able to shock that guy, but apparently the shock attack is no longer working. What's up with that? Gotta love the game being so inconsistent. Alright, let's get back to the hunt. Okay, of the 2 trucks, take 14 paces towards the lesser. So, that one? I mean, I've only seen 1 truck. Unless there's another truck. Oh, that one. That's what they're talking about. Okay, 14 paces. Now that you are closer to the lesser, walk 28 paces to become further from the greater. Let's say this way. 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, try to hide from the spinning giant by getting under him for 4 paces. Would be that one. This way? Okay, that ain't it. Nope. There we go. Final 8 paces will take you to a lonely rock stuck under the muck. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. And that ain't it, Chief. Okay, let's get back and try again. There we go. All done. Outback struggle is complete. And thus, episode 2 is now 100% complete. Now then, on to episode 3, Flight of Fancy, and its Master Thief challenges. We got a lot to get through. Now then, castle quick climb, get to the top of the castle under time pressure. This one you can really cheese if you know what you're doing.